Alrighty, hello. It's Snipes back, and we have a game between Ryan Lindemood for the Mega Milk Union Flying Rebels and Martin for the Nebula Born playing Republic. The Mega Milk Union have already won this week. This is a game 7, but this is just for points and tiebreakers now. Brian is bringing a list that I've looked at, and I absolutely love that he's bringing it. It's 7 Bandit Squadron pilots, all with cluster missiles, and then you have Aaron Kraken with expert handling, thread tracers, and munitions failsafe. Kraken's going to throw them out they're all just going to focus, and then Kraken's going to try and get them the lock they need. Everybody gets a lock, and they can all shoot clusters. On the other side, we have Slider with squad leader, Luminara Unduli, and the Delta A version with R2. Kickback with Diamond Boron and munitions failsafe. Obi-Wan with R2-D2, and then finally Jag with Wolfpack. I did mute myself, thank you. I was trying to fix the size for all the upgrades. Since there were so many Z95s, you couldn't see it. And I'm just going to hope that they're all the right colors. I don't see any colors on them. We might need to add who is who. See what that does. That just makes it really big and hard to see. Yeah, I can add it, but what's going to end up happening is you're not going to be able to see all the ships. So it's fine. We'll just know. We'll just instinctively know red is the one taking damage whenever red takes damage. There's still a few things I need to figure out because I could have sworn there was a version where the actual title of them would show a color on their name, where there should be a way to make the actual image of the ship bigger or smaller, but it's not one of the settings on this. And we did see Luminara take a single damage. But that appears to be all the damage taken from everybody. And it was off a friendly bump. OB1 is shooting range 3 at red Z95. Only one crit. Probably don't want to spend any force. And Billy, I do agree. I don't know. I don't think the rebel ones can take it, right? Kickback choosing not to shoot a missile. Red will spend his... Oh, well, I guess one more death. And he'll spend his focus. Jag does have a range 3 shot. We'll get 3 hits into the blue. And that'll be half of blue. Or did he not spend? Okay. I'm a little surprised by that. He's only taking 1 shot. Maybe 2. Hit crit coming from red into Obi-Wan. Checking for Luminara's ability, which can add results. Obi-Wan will have to spend both force in order to not take damage. Green into Obi-Wan, 1 crit. Obi-Wan is safe. One more range 3 from blue into Jag. Or 2 hits. And that should be 1 shield on Jag. I'm not sure. I think he put that on the wrong ship, no? I'm gonna go jump in and ask them real quick. Hey, real quick, I don't mean to barge, but Jag should have been the one to take the damage, right? Not Sync, or not the Z95.
Oh, I've just marked on the wrong ship. I've just marked on the wrong ship. Sorry.
Yep.
Jag's normally on that
All good.
side of my list.
Yep, no worries. Yep, so it was Jag. It was just a misclick. All's well that ends well. And we are going to see great shots coming from these Z95s into Jag this coming turn. And depending on how quickly Republic comes in, they could potentially get a bunch of cluster missiles into either Kickback or Obi-Wan. Kraken should be able to get a Thread Tracers out, so it would be a bunch of double bonded ones as well. The only ship that I see that might have troubles is not Kickback, but the Bandit. He kind of has to 3-bank to create room for either these ones to turn in, and or because he can't do the too hard because he'll hit the rock anyways. The objectives also were 4-2. It wouldn't surprise me if we see Luminara as well fix her shield with R2. It's a little sad that she lost it on a self bump. Republic will be first player this time, but it won't matter at all other than for Kraken. Three bank by red. We'll take a target lock. I think that's a little risky given that you're only 4 HP. I might have taken the focus since if they turn up towards you, it'd be range 1 anyways. Yeah, and green should just bear a roll. Choosing to roll in. If Obi-Wan went straight, he should still be fine and not get blocked, but it's close. Choosing to take the lock with blue instead of waiting for a Kraken. See, I'm surprised they're not taking focuses since you have Kraken. And yeah, buddy, I 100% agree. If they don't kill Kraken here, then he's going to enable an insane amount of double mods. Nice move by Jag. We'll only be taking potentially one shot. Does not have VTG, but does have a nice shot out the front, or he can maybe join up with a shot out the back. It's close. Nak will go straight and coordinate a focus to kickback with squad leader. Luminar will regen the shield with R2. And then I'm assuming we're going to see a 1 hard or a 1 bank. Yep. If you're kickback, you probably just evade here and then use your ability to do the barrel roll lock. The diamond boron could be pretty nice here just to damage everybody within a range 0-1 bubble. He has regular R2D2, or not R2D2, R2. So the regular R2 is a disarm. And then the R2D2 over here on Obi-Wan is the deplete. I think if you're Obi-Wan, you do a force boost forward right here into a barrel roll. You get out of 2 shots, or 1, 2, 3, 4 shots. And you'd be taking a range 1 and maybe a range 0. But I would not want to sit there with how many cluster missiles are about to be shot. Don't actually know what kickback. He locked back there, okay. Chooses to force boost. Might still be in this guy's arc. Yep. Still in the Bandit Pilot 6. Kraken will bump and take the stressful focus. And now you're going to wish you had focused because Kraken would have been able to shoot at whoever he wanted and give them all the locks anyways, instead of taking all the lock actions with the Z95s to begin with. I slightly agree, but I think the bigger issue here is that he didn't focus with them, which means even if Kraken shoots somebody, sure you get the locks, but you don't get the double mods, and it defeats the purpose of taking locks with them. 3 hits coming in from kickback, and he'll take 3 on Brown. Obi-Wan would be in range, I believe. Was he not? No, Obi-Wan was not in range. Okay. Does not die from his own. Pink is the next one. We'll take a shield. White will take nothing, and then finally Kraken will take 1. It's a very nice diamond boron. And Brown will take 2 more and die. Yeah, buddy. I mean, I agree overall with that statement. The actions are really what's killing them, though. They needed to have focused. He is shooting a thread tracer. And this is at kickback, so no matter what, he can't avoid it. And everybody around kickback, the entire Z95 list will just get locks now. Heyo, nice. I'm glad the NCX site is working. Yeah, we have a lot of Rebel Z95 spam versus a janky, I guess slightly janky Republic list. You don't normally see Luminara, but or Knack, but the rest of the pieces are, or I guess that's Slider, not Knack. But the rest of the pieces are all pretty normal. Yeah, I really do think the website looks really nice. Greg did a great job with it. It's not an obnoxious notification, but it fits really well in the blend and the colors. So when you're scrolling over, it's noticeable, but it's not taking up your whole screen or anything. And then Kraken will give blue a red stressful focus. Two dice from Slider into red, nothing. Luminara can't shoot. Then we will see Jag. Does not have blue. He has the range 3. I don't think he realizes that. We'll find out in a second, but okay. He shot pink, so that will be half points on pink. Yeah, this is the 7Z95 spam fly. Nice. Good to see it's working, Seb. Shot from yellow now into Slider. One hit. And Slider will take one. It used to be 8, Sev, and then we saw a Diamond Boron get shot, and it did 3 extra damage in total, I believe. And then Obi-Wan finished off the ship that originally got shot. Sad first cluster, re-rolls it, gets 3 hits. That will be 2 damage into kickback. Yeah, I'm sure Barton's feeling good. I just don't know that kickback's going to be around much longer if these dice continue to cooperate. 3 more damage into kickback. And that will be another 3 hits, which guarantees the kill onto kickback. take hit crit and die. Range 3 from, not sure what color that is, but one hit either way into the slider. And he'll avoid it. He's fine. Rebels do have 2 objectives to the Republic's 1, so he will get 4 more points. The 2. Yeah, any ship that gets hit is most likely just going to obliterate, self-combust, whatever you want to call it. But I don't even know that he needs it this turn. Everything's probably just going to turn in onto Slider, and I don't know that Slider can get out of this. Because you 2-bank green up this way, everybody else just does like a 3 straight or something. Maybe white does a 4 straight or just a 1 straight to let Kraken go by. And you can either potentially block Luminara here, or you can definitely kill Slider. And if Luminara dies here, I think the game is not completely in Rebels' favor, but definitely near Rebels' favor. You almost wish that you didn't take the stress with Jag, because he would have been able to 4K this next turn. Instead, now he has to either 1 straight and just take a back arc shot, then 4K, or 2 hard, 2 hard. Is Chopper the one that you can do an action while stressed for a damage fly? That's crew. Oh, do you just mean like with Chopper Gauntlet? Again, I don't know why these Z95s are target locking when they should just focus. You have Kraken to give you the lock, and you can choose with Kraken who you want to lock. Just focus, please. If Luminara did anything other than a 1-bank, she's gonna get obliterated though. I mean, he's trying. Half of them are on 3 HP. Well, it looks like Slider's gonna get killed. Or is that Jag? That looks like Jag. Did a 1 straight. He is rolling the white Z95, which tells me he's doing the 2 bank with Kraken in. Kraken will be fine. If he 2 banks, he's gonna get out of the way of Obi-Wan. He'll be behind the rock and have a focus. Alright, so Luminara did do the 5 straight. Which means if he's aware that this was gonna happen, that means Slider, if he did a 3 straight, he should fit over potentially. Or he could have done a 2 bank this way and escape at least 1 or 2 of the shots. Otherwise, you just 2 hard in and hope to kill somebody before they get to do anything. We'll do the force boost with Luminara. So if Slider does the 2 bank this way, he should be able to do the side slip, but it doesn't exactly put him anywhere better. If he does the 3 straight, I mean, that doesn't do anything for him either. Slipping that way does work though. I thought it was for the boost that would side slip. I haven't used this ship in forever, nor have I with the guard. So let's do that. Okay, so it's when you reveal 2 bank, you can spend 2 charges and execute it as a side slip. That's a nice move. I don't know that it will save him, but it definitely gives him a fighting chance. Why is Kraken stressed? Kraken only... Why did Kraken do the 1? Kraken will take a 3v2. He is on 3 HP, so he could die. Yeah, I just didn't expect him to do the 1 bank there. I thought it was going to be the 2 bank, or 1 straight. Because I think the 1 straights are still blue, right? Hit crit going into Luminara. She will have to spend her force or the focus. Spends the focus. Next up is Obi-Wan into Kraken. Will get 3 hits after spending the force. Kraken will live on 1. He'll live on 1. Probably could have avoided much more if he just did the 2 bank though. Next up is Slider. Did get out of range 2 of a lot of those Z95s. Yeah, there is a reasonable chance Aaron just dies to Jag. does not spend his focus, and the Z95 evades it. Is shooting at Kraken. 2 hits, so Kraken will need natties. And he doesn't get it. Kraken will blow up. The only thing that was surprising about Kraken that entire round was the 1 bank instead of something blue. We will now see white shoot into Luminara. For nothing. I think you should shoot blue first. So I wasn't sure if that one would have a shot on Luminar, but it doesn't, so. 2v3. Will only get 1 hit. Spends the lock for 1 hit. Again, a whole lot of nothing going into slider. Two hits, range 3. Will get both through. Slider will... Oh, never mind, he has a focus still. Never mind. Just range 2 for red Z95. Does have a focus. Only 1 crit. And he's fine. Cluster missile from yellow. We'll reroll with the lock. Gets hit crit. One evade, so we'll be half points, but Slider is alive. Which is very tough for these Rebel Z95s, because then now they have to deal with him again, and that gives Obi-Wan another turn to get back into the fight and show up behind them. Center is tied. I believe Republic has the bottom one, and they might be tied on this top left one. Or nobody's in range? So that'll just be 4 points to Republic. Obi-Wan will be fine. He has 6 hull, and they have to turn around. He is going to just pop up behind them, lock them 1 by 1, and we're going to watch as they probably die now. You really needed Kraken to live. You really think they're all going to 3k when Slider's still alive? I mean, they could, but I just assumed you'd try and guarantee that you kill Slider this turn. Because you don't want him to continue being able to shoot on the off chance you don't kill him. Yeah, Innkeeper there was. Kraken had the Thread Tracers, and instead of using his other Z95s to focus ever, he decided to lock with them all, even though he had thread tracers on Kraken. Yeah, red and yellow can K-turn for certain. I don't know about the rest of them. Green just turns away from slider towards Luminara. Blue will one straight and lock. Red will one straight. You probably have to focus with him. But you know Obi-Wan's going to be right behind you. Two bank by yellow doesn't hit the rock. Or I mean by white. Chooses to barrel roll, trying to get the block on Luminara. Ooh, she tried to turn around. Tried to do this two sloop, but got blocked. Slider will one straight. I think you just focus here. There's not much else you can do. Here we'll see Obi-Wan take a lock onto red most likely and focus. That'd make the most sense. Nope, we're gonna boost and then we're gonna target lock. No, Fly, you're gonna watch the best green dice ever right now. You're gonna watch as slider. Why is he locking blue? Red's right there. Blue still has 3 HP and red's on 2 hull. You could have killed him. I mean, you can kill blue if he's unlucky, but we'll spend the lock. Does get hit crit. Need a full blank out to die. And no, he gets natties. Just to crit onto the shield for blue. We'll get half points at least. One crit coming in from slider. Green will shrug it off. Range 0 from Luminara, and that will go all through. So that is on white, that is half points. Range 0 suck. Range 0 back at Luminara. One hit. She is fine. First cluster from green shooting at Luminara. Does have the target lock and a focus. Will be 3 hits. And Luminar will just take the shield again. One hit from red into slider, which slider slides out of. Next is yellow, range 1 for 1 crit. Evades it. Red with a focus. 2 hits. Slider will take 1 more, is down to 1 health. Then blue will shoot a second cluster missile. 2 hits. If he gets this, it's a guaranteed kill. He does not. Slider still only rolls 1 paint and will die. Yeah, these Z95s really haven't helped him much. Also, Slider rolled really, really well to just get out of 4 or 5 shots both rounds. I mean, he only barely died. That will be 4 more points in total for the Republic and 2 for Rebels. Not sure how he's at 28. I might have missed a round. But I don't think he had any last round. Obi-Wan's gonna fly into... Yeah, I agree that not killing pink, I believe, yeah, that's pink, it was a mistake. But he should be fine. Those Z95s the Z95s have to 2 bank, so you can just 1 bank with Obi-Wan to the right, and then barrel roll to the right as well and boost in, and get out of all their arcs. And he still has R2-D2, so he can take a few shields. You're seeing another target lock onto Luminara. Yeah, I think once Jag gets into the fight, the game's going to be about over. Because Jag's just going to swamp monster them all. No. But he's going to do the 2 straight, and then he's going to do a 3 straight, and he's going to be in range anyways. Focus from yellow. There's the other 2 bank, which will just end up being a focus, probably. No, takes the target lock from red. Two straight from Jag. I think he's thinking about the barrel roll here because he wants the majority of objectives, and the only way to do that is to roll. I mean, if Obi-Wan just did a one bank barrel roll boost, he's only taking two dice shots. And if Obi-Wan did it two straight, he could boost roll out of everybody's arc almost, other than one. Yeah, and now Jag has two objectives and can guarantee him that he's going to get 2 points. Two straight by Luminara. I would have gone a little faster with her, knowing that green was right behind you. Should also use R2D2, or well, not D2, but R2 to get the disarm. Gets missed though. This is after you reveal your dials, so time has passed. Ooh, nice move by Obi-Wan. 3 bank, narrowly avoids the rock, force boost into a barrel roll, or even barrel roll into a boost, and you'll get out of all their shots. Nope, you're already out of all of them. Nice. Z95s have been avoided. And we're going to watch as white gets potentially obliterated off the planet. Three hits. I wasn't sure if the 3 bank completely fit because it's pretty close to the rock. And that will be a dead white bandit. That'll also mean he loses that top objective from contested and doesn't have any shots this turn. Yeah, and Luminar wasn't even in this shot, so green just feels sad now. Yeah, I agree. There's probably not enough Z95s left to actually do anything at this point. You might be able to kill Jag if you get everybody on target quickly enough, but Jag's probably going to take one of those guys to half points or fully with him by the time he actually dies. Republic will be first player, although that matters not at all anymore. Green is full HP, so he should theoretically live through a shot, but Luminari can just sloop to the left or right and get a nice shot on green. Yeah, and I think if, well, not anymore, but I was going to say if she had done this loop this way, she would have had bullseye, I think. Blue will just focus. We'll see Jag do a 2 straight. It should be range 1 of at least red. Just focus with them. I don't know what there's really too much to debate about. All the damaged Z95s are basically dead. You have pink and blue on 2 HP, but they're not range 2. And you're only going to have a single mod. Just try and pump through some damage on them so Obi-Wan can clean them up. Chooses to barrel roll. I don't understand that one. Somebody took you up on your bet, Charlie, that Z95s weren't bad and decided to bring 8 of them. Force boost into a target lock, maybe? Nope, takes the focus. I think that was unnecessary. Nobody's shooting you. And Obi-Wan will lock green. Now, you said they were the best ship in the game, Charlie. I remember that. You said they are the greatest ship that has ever existed, and everybody should fly them, not just me. Obi-Wan gets 4 hits, and green just pops, just like that. Green is gone. Goodbye, green. The puddle jumper Z95 died. All because Charlie joined. Yeah, see, I knew he said that, buddy. I still don't understand why Jag rolled there. If he had just focused, you could have either killed yellow or red, probably with a Jag shot combined. Now you're separating your shots. We'll get hit crit into yellow. And he rolls the natty evades. Well, it helps when they don't take focus tokens. Why? Jag will roll nothing. And the Z95 will roll double evades. Well, these ones don't have Burnout's an illicit, no? These ones don't have illicits. Mod slot? Okay. Yeah. I don't think that's any better, but Jag will take 3. One sinking under. Next cluster missile. 1 hit, spends the lock. Or 2 hits in total. Takes 2 more. Should have had a focus, I think, on pink. Range 3 from red gets nothing. Did get half points on Jag, but he is still alive. Center will be contested, Republic will own the top one, and Rebels will not own the bottom, so it'll be a 4-0. And that will be the game. 52-30. And with that, Nebula Born does get back a win. They will still lose the week, I believe. 5-2, or is it 6-1? Let me check. Mega Milk, it'll be 5-2. GG's to the players. Good job on Mega Milk for the win this week. And thank you all for joining. I will see you all later.